Today we are going to see about critical concentration and toxicity of minerals. Knowledge of critical concentration is essential in order to increase the productivity and also to avoid mineral toxicity. Mineral nutrients lesser than critical concentration cause deficiency symptoms. Increase of mineral nutrients more than the normal concentration cause toxicity. A concentration at which 10% of the dry weight of the tissue is reduced is considered as toxic. Figure 12.2 explains about critical concentration. Now we are passing to the mineral toxicity. There are two types of mineral toxicity mainly. Number one, manganese toxicity. Number two, aluminum toxicity. The first one is manganese toxicity. Increased concentration of manganese will prevent the uptake of iron and magnesium. And also it prevents translocation of calcium to the shoot apex and cause their deficiency. The symptoms of manganese toxicity are appearance of brown spots surrounded by chlorotic veins. The second toxicity is aluminum toxicity. Aluminum toxicity causes precipitation of nucleic acid, inhibition of ATPase, inhibition of cell division, and binding of plasma membrane with calmodulin. Calmodulin is a Ca2 plus modulating protein that is present in the eukaryotic cells. Calmodulin is a Ca2 plus modulating protein that is present in the eukaryotic cells. It is a heat-stable protein involved in fine metabolic regulations. So that is about aluminum toxicity. Now we are going to see the nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation means it is a process of converting atmospheric nitrogen N2 into ammonia. That process is called nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen occurs in the atmosphere in the form of N2, dinitrogen. Two nitrogen atoms joined together by strong triple covalent bonds. So that process, the process of converting atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia, is called nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation occurs by two methods. Number one, biological method, and number two, non-biological method. That is, the nitrogen fixation, the types of nitrogen fixation is given as a flow chart in the figure 12.5. The nitrogen fixation is taking place by two methods. Number one, non-biological nitrogen fixation and biological nitrogen fixation. First one, non-biological nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation, when it is taking place by chemical process in the industries, that is the non-biological nitrogen fixation. first method. Second, natural electrical discharge during lightning in the rainy season fixes atmospheric nitrogen. So these two are mainly considered as the non-biological nitrogen fixation. Come to the biological nitrogen fixation. Symbiotic bacterium like Rhizobium fixes atmospheric nitrogen. That is one of the method of nitrogen fixation. Cyanobacteria found in lichens, Anthoceras, Azolla, and coralloid root of Cycas also fix the nitrogen into ammonia. Non-symbiotic bacteria like Clostridium, that is a free-living bacteria, can also fix atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia. Come to symbiotic nitrogen fixation. The symbiotic nitrogen fixation is taking place by two methods: nitrogen fixation with nodulation and nitrogen fixation without nodulation. The first one, nitrogen fixation with nodulation. Rhizobium bacteria, it is found in leguminous plants and fix atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia. This kind of symbiotic association is beneficial for both bacterium and plant. Root nodules are formed due to the bacterial infection in leguminous plants. Rhizobium enters into the host cell and proliferates, and that remains separated from the host cytoplasm by a membrane. There are stages in the root nodule formation. The following stages are considered as the stages of root nodule formation. First one, legume plants secrete phenolic compounds which attracts rhizobium. Number two, rhizobium reaches the rhizosphere. Rhizosphere, it is the atmosphere just around the root, that is rhizosphere, and enters into the root hair and infects the root hair and leads to the curling of root hairs. Number three, infection thread grows inwards and separates the infected tissue from normal tissues. Number four, a membrane-bound bacterium is formed inside the nodule, and that is called bacteroid. Cytokinin from the bacteria and axin from the host plant promotes cell division, and that leads to the nodule formation. So that is about the stages of root nodule formation.